In a world where every Rob, Steve, and Lane has a podcast, two good brothers will try to rise above the rest. Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder invite you to pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, and enjoy time with friends. Welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS.
Fill you in, Big D. Kidder, you might have to correct me on this. Kidder was accepted into this music trivia contest where what they do is they send you out a bunch of clips from songs. I think it's maybe 3 seconds of a clip. And the idea is that you are then supposed to try and say what song it is. Anyway, he's got this year's clips. We're trying to figure out how to do it because it'd be a fun thing to do since we have you on. And that way, it's not just me sucking at identifying songs, because Kidder's the true music aficionado of the Triple B. I'm just a hack who listens to the same few bands.
Well, I mean, you could also consider me a hack because I'm, on the one hand, I used to be a DJ. On the other hand, it was for a skating rink. So is that a hack? I mean,
yes, it is.
What? Why are you calling me?
Because I can see you laughing at my.
So what I'm planning on doing, since we're going to be doing this, I'm going to forward the emails to Big D, because there's 3 of them with the clips attached. We'll start out with email number 1. Howard, do you have them at the top of your email?
Are you sure you're not an Air Force officer sending an email with 9 attachments? Oh, wait, that's me.
I don't know what that means.
We send a lot of emails with a lot of attachments that people don't read. So.
You know, the funny thing about that is I run into the same sort of thing. You should be receiving email number 1, and there are 8 different tracks, as in the snippets. They're labeled clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, etc. And then with that one, there happens to be a conglomeration of all of the clips placed together. So again, Howard has the MP3 files, so then everyone listening or watching this will be able to hear the clip and then make a determination or guess on their own. And it'll be a lot of these of, I don't know what that is, or a head scratcher, I've heard that before, or I know what that is. So,
and
let's
Kidder,
start out.
Yes. I was going to say, you already know the answers to these, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I, with what I had going on, I was not able to listen and provide the guesses back into the group for this contest because what they do is they send out this group of clips, essentially the guy that contacted me added me into the list that he sends out to his group, essentially, and then it's part of an overall contest. And each of the sets, because there's 3 different sets, again, for these clips, there's a 2-hour time period with the sets, so they send them out. You have to send in your guesses before time expires, otherwise, you lose. And for every correct guess, then great. Out of this contest throughout that weekend, which was already at the beginning of the month, the team that I am on finished 2nd out of 310 teams.
Nice.
And, with that, did not say if we had any of them wrong or if they were all correct, but I'm guessing we had 1 or 2 that were incorrect. But the list that I have is the complete correct guess list. The actual track listing. So, it's okay if you don't know, because I will say a lot of these I did not know.
I don't know. This is like all of music. It doesn't tend to be like necessarily just like the modern.
Correct.
Stuff. Okay.
And so they don't even give you a genre for each set. It is any song, any time period, any style. There it is. Good luck, everybody. Here's your 2 or 3 seconds.
And then my last clarifying question is the snippet is actual song. It's not like they like, okay, I'm going to take this song and I'm going to just play it on the piano and it's the actual song clip. Okay.
Yep, correct. It is a piece of the song from the years that I've been part of it. It's all been instrumental that I can remember. So there's no portion of it where they have, somebody starting to sing or a portion where it's, part of the lyrics. And I will say, just as something that I tried in the past with the song recognition apps that are out there, I tried just to see if it would work, as in play the clip into the app, and it's too short of a clip for it to capture what the song is. Because even if you put it on a repeat, then it isn't the song. So, very interesting way of doing it. Track number 1, clip number 1 of set number 1. Good, give it a listen. And any guesses from you gents?
So, full disclosure, I know that this is going to go horribly for me. I already listened to all 8. And I know number 8. And that is it. The rest, I think I'm like number 1. I think I might have heard before, but I couldn't tell you who, what, where, when. But I know number 8.
I see, and I know I've heard number 1, and I can't quite name the song. So I don't have anything on that. And I know as soon as Kidder goes, it's this, I'm going to be like, yes, it is.
Probably not. So, any guess?
Is that I can't. It's like that song that goes, "Hey, oh, this is what I have to say." Oh, I can't even think of the name, but and I know it's not even right, but that's just what comes to mind. Shut up. I know right. I'm embarrassing myself plenty well. I don't need your help.
No, this is one that I did not know. So this is the song Havana.
Oh, I knew it.
Camila
Brillo, yes. I actually should have said it. I know that one actually.
So there's that. All right, number 2 on the clip list. Go ahead, give it a listen again.
This whole thing is going to make me angry. I just know it. I got nothing. I have not heard that song.
Sounds like something Mickey James would walk out to the ring with.
Mickey James. No, that is not correct.
No, it's
any guesses?
Sounds something more like 60s beach rock is what I can tell you, but
you're in the right area. This was released in 1970.
This is gonna be frustrating. I can just tell.
Big D.
Not a thing. Nope. Not a clue.
This is the band Christie with the song Yellow River. They're floating down the Thames. So, off to a great start. Let's go to song number 3, the clip number 3. Go ahead. Have a good listen to it.
It also has a 50s or 60s feel to it. And because I said that, it's clearly not going to be that. Shut up, kid.
I think it's more modern than that. I don't.
Closest thing that
know
comes
this
to mind, I don't know, beach blanket bingo. No, because no, shut up, Howard. No, because just because I'm just picturing in my head the clip from Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams that it just pops out.
Well, at least you have a guess. I mean, I'm not offering up anything apparently. So, all right, Kidder, what is it? What is the song that we don't know?
All right, for clip number 3, Ike and Tina off of Out of Season from 1969. It's Crazy About You, Baby. All right, let's go to number 4. Take a good long listen to this puppy.
Well, it's definitely 60s, 70s bossa nova-esque, but I couldn't tell you the song.
So you're right. 1969.
See, if this was like identify the year and possibly genre from that, I think I would I would do okay. But
Big D, any thoughts?
I have plenty of thoughts, but none of them are right.
We'll throw one out there.
I'm not drunk enough to be doing this. How about that for a thought?
The Coffee song by Frank Sinatra.
Good guess. However,
No, it wasn't.
it is incorrect. No, because you actually made a guess. That's a good guess.
Better than Howard's doing.
Howie
My guess is
Blues.
only-
Any thoughts?
No.
No.
I don't.
This is the theme song for Jukebox Saturday Night by Mr. Glenn Miller. Has a bunch of lyrics. Again, 1969 for that puppy. That would bring us to number 5 on the snippet list.
This was also in the 60s, 70s era,
Yeah, flashing back in time with all these.
but I don't have a song to match to it. I just
Sounds like big band jazz.
no, not quite. It's, as I said, it's like that 60s, 70s era when they were using a lot more orchestral scores for things. But to give you like a name of a song, no. I'm gonna be really annoyed, kid, if we get through all of these, and the only one that I kind of knew was Havana. Yeah, I got nothing on this.
Big D?
No clue, so I'm just going to say Taking Care of Business by the Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Well, we played that in band at UND. That is incorrect. From the year 1958, with Mr. Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald, this is the song Summertime,
Yeah.
which is where the strong horns come from with the trumpet there. All right, number 6. Give this bad boy a listen.
I'm gonna guess the 80s.
Ice Ice Baby.
I've decided to play a different game.
Wrong
I'm gonna guess
decade,
the year
dude.
range.
My game will be guessing something completely off the rails.
Mm.
I'll give you a hint on this one that it's very popular and still on the radio.
Well, if it's anything popular, then I'm not going to get it because I grew up socially broken and I haven't fully recovered.
And terrestrial radio sucks. So I got nothing. As I said, I'm playing this new game where I'm just trying to guess the decade or at least the time frame in which the song came.
Of course.
So,
If you would hear the part bap dap bap dap bap bap dap bap dap bap, does that help?
this is like Kidder's ultimate revenge for all the trivia I have made him do on this show.
I mean, I could be worse. I could not give you any hints, or
At least I choose things that's like in your wheelhouse, you know, like
hey, this is in
This-
everybody's wheelhouse. Everybody loves music.
yes,
And
but
you
everybody
dragged me
likes
into the revenge plot, you rat bastard.
No, that was his idea. You blame him.
I
He's
was.
the soul-sucking son of a bitch that wanted you to be in on this. And that'd be a great idea. Let's do it.
No, that was
Mo-
directed to him. Don't worry.
Okay.
yeah,
thanks.
no, I did that Big D because I was like, I don't want to suffer through this alone. This would be painful. At least I have someone here where we can, of course, both sharing the misery together.
So this one was released in April of 1983.
Woo! Point me.
So again, we're well. I mean, I guess I can't necessarily control the point. I will control the points. 0 points. How about the artist?
Prince.
Okay, the artist from 1983. The artist is David Bowie. Any guess for the song? I'm really softballing this one.
I hate to tell you, I'm not like I like David Bowie, but I like a couple of his songs, and that's it. You know.
All right, fine. It is the title track to that year's album, Let's Dance.
Yeah, I can't dance. So
But remember that you can dance if you want to, and you can leave your friends behind. So let's move on to number 7 and take a listen to that stimulating snippet of sound.
I'm gonna go with it's a ringtone from a Samsung Galaxy 18.
It's oddly specific of you.
I don't know. After listening to it several times, it reminds me of just like a cell phone ring. Just you
See,
hit that one.
I'm laughing at you and your specific cell phone, but the fact that Big D then wrote into the rundown, "Screw your safety dance" reference. Apparently, he's not a fan of a safe workplace. So I don't know what his deal is. I figured it'd be drilled into his brain by now. What about the clip?
Listen, I mean, he can dance if you want to. You know, he's clearly already left us behind.
shut up.
No guesses, huh? You didn't
Not a
pull
lot.
out your you didn't pull out your 1999 Casio keyboard.
No, but I was going to say it was either from kind of the 90s or early 2000s, as I play my own version of this game.
And I guess
I'm
I
just
shouldn't
gonna
say
say something from-
1999. The remix was in 1999. The original came out in 1994.
Yeah, I'm going to call that a victory point. Point me.
Big D, you were saying something before you were rudely interrupted by some assholes making up his own points for this game.
Yeah, but I forgive you, kidder. No, I was just gonna say something from
And Howard's dead again.
Legend of Zelda.
He's
I
like
don't-
Kenny.
from the Ocarina of Time.
You're close. It's an R&B
No, I'm not.
soul song. This is by Des'ree, the artist, again, 1994. March, in fact, of that year. And the song is You Gotta Be. It was used in many commercials back in the 90s and is still played today on 90s on 9 if you listen to that, because you gotta be smooth and many other things of You Gotta Be. All right. That would bring us to number 8 on set 1. Take a listen to this, baby.
I know that one. I don't know that I could tell you the title of the song, but
This is the only one I know.
I'm glad that it's like the second one that I've known, because boy, I was feeling really bad about the only one I knew was Savannah. Like, I don't know the actual name of the song, but I know the song.
Oh, yeah? You know the song?
Oh yeah.
I hate you guys.
Okay. Yes, this song is yeah, as in one yeah with an exclamation point officially at the end by Usher, featuring Lil Jon and Luda in the house. Came out in 2004, just when we were having fun and some people were stealing mail trucks. You ready for round 2?
Oh gosh.
No, probably not.
Well, listen to the first clip of round 2. It's in your second email. Just go ahead and take a listen to that.
I'd like to make it clear that Google has said that Mark Kidder is similar to a name in your organization, but the email address does not belong to your domain or Beer Blues Yes Mail. Couldn't verify that it actually came from. I'm not going to say that address because Kidder would hate me for that. Avoid replying to this email. So I could report this email as phishing.
It's funny because that's what happens every time I get a meeting invite to join the show.
Right off the bat, at least the beginning of it sounds like the Mighty Quinn, but then it has a weird part right at the end that doesn't sound right.
It sounds right if you know the song.
Well, right. I named a song, The Mighty Quinn. I'm saying that
That's not the right song.
I know
Zero.
it's not the right song.
0 points.
I didn't say that was my official guess. Look, okay, at least I threw out a song title here, and I said, hey, the
Unlike
beginning of it
somebody
sounds
else.
like a Mighty Quinn, and then I said, but the ending of it is not quite, and then you're like, oh, 0 points. Howard finally said a song title. Screw him.
Howard's
He's out.
ruled here. Like, get the hell out of here.
Hey. Don't
What,
make me put this on, okay? I will, okay? It's right here.
Is that a bed sheet?
No. It's my ref shirt.
It's a zebra happens to be strolling around your house.
Yeah,
Man, you should
don't-
put up better security out there. You got murder birds and zebras rolling around your house. What kind of zoo do you have going on over there?
Listen, I live in a wild neighborhood.
The Wild Wild West. When you stroll into the Wild Wild West. When you roll into the Wild Wild West. Which is not the song. It has nothing to do with this song.
Yeah, and I got nothing else.
What decade?
I'd go 70s on it.
Big D? Got a guess for that?
I would go late 70s, early 80s.
This came out in 1991. The song's by Shanice. It's called "I Love Your Smile." That's pretty much like half the song. All right, let's move along, shall we?
Early 90s and the rejected theme song to Legends of the Hidden Temple.
This one I give some shenanigans to the audio clip because of the underlying distortion that's in the track, because the original track does not have the so it makes it sound like it's played off a cassette or something, or recorded from terrestrial radio. But it is not.
Yeah, I would agree with Big D. I think it's 90s.
So this
But
came out in 1974
Oh.
by George McCrae. It's called "Rock Your Baby."
So it's a lullaby.
All right. Sure. So on to the next snippet, shall we?
If we must.
I'm going to go ahead and say Hotel California by the Eagles, knowing full well it's not, but it sounds like it. Give me some points for semi-plausibility there.
Sure. Very much the wrong decade and wrong half of the century.
The first part of the song reminds me of one song, but then it has that weird thing at the end which tells me it's not the song. And I would throw out a name, but I can't even think of the song that the first part reminds me of. And then this one also has that distortion to it, which doesn't help. I demand better audio files. Wow.
Yeah, I agree. I would prefer that. This one, again, the original version is much clearer and cleaner than the audio clip provided. And I don't know if they purposely do that so then it's harder to identify through the song identification apps. But this song was released in 1942. It's by the Mills Brothers, and it's called Paper Doll. Very nice guitar intro, and then they sing. I agree with Big D. Okay. On to clip number 4.
Sounds like swing.
Yeah, but it's got that clicking, clacking. Reminds me of things like "Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood." It's that, but it's got that same flavor and feel as that, which puts it again in like the 60s, 70s era. But I don't know
Very
that I can
close.
tell you.
1958.
Yeah. But I don't know that I could tell you what it is off of that.
It's the song When by the Kalin Twins.
Never heard of it.
Some tap
Never heard of
dancing
them.
in the video. That was clip 4. Let's move along to clip number 5. Give this audio gem quite the listen.
The music for the third level of Contra 3 for the.
I could go with that. Yeah. And I think you're right on there. Right on there, Big D.
So with the Super Nintendo, you're guessing the 90s?
Yeah.
Wrong! This was released in 2011. It's the song Stronger by Kelly Clarkson.
Who?
That was a good reference to 40-year-old virgin there. All right, song 6. Move along. Listen to this.
You know, I've noticed Kidder's speeding up with these. I think he's realizing just how terrible we are at this, Big D.
No.
You make it sound like he's realizing just now. I think he's known for the past 20 minutes or so.
Yep. I knew when I threw this out there that we were going to do this, how awesome of content this would be. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly a
This
drum
song
solo.
spent 14 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100.
I mean, it's clearly a drum solo where the drummer has a stroke at like the end of it, and that last little is him falling over.
Unfortunately, the stroke is not the name of this song. Big D. Any thoughts?
Original entrance theme for Sergeant Slaughter.
If you would hear the next beats after that, you would not go with that thought.
I completely agree.
This, again, 14 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1967. This was the single on the A side by the Buckinghams entitled Don't You Care. On the B side, Why Don't You Love Me? They had some issues back in the 60s, I guess. How about number 7? Let's listen to this gem.
I'm not even going to waste your time, Kidder. I can't tell you a decade off of that. I can't tell you anything off of that. It's just kind of drums.
I'm just going to say it sounds like reggae.
Kidder's just grooving to his own jams right now.
Hey, I'm Kidder. I'm going to make Big D and Edwards feel like complete idiots. Music.
No.
It's late, man. I'm starting to get delirious.
You getting delirious, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, That is unfortunately the wrong name for this song as well. This would be True Colors. You could name a few different people who it was from, such as Phil Collins or Cyndi Lauper, is judging by how short the intro is with the bongos or congas at the beginning.
Yokozuna's entrance music. May he rest in peace.
Definitely not. I was hoping Howard would actually chime in. And again, what sucks about this is the additional underlying noise that's on the track.
Yeah. I mean, this is one that I could have sworn that I've heard before, but again, a name isn't coming to mind.
How about a decade?
The fact that it's got that whole, I mean, it's a Japanese flute to it doesn't help me with that. I don't know.
I'll
if that's
give you
what I mean.
I'll give you a hint that it's in the last 5 seconds of the song.
That doesn't necessarily help me.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That goes back to 2001. Whenever, wherever, by the hip shaking Shakira. Set number 3, The Redemption. And I say The Redemption because one of the tracks in here you might recognize.
I should know number 1. The title's not coming to me, but I definitely have heard this song.
I'll give you a hint that the clip is in the breakdown.
That doesn't necessarily help me. I know I've heard the song. I'm not great at this because I hear a part of it and it's not enough for me to like register or get further.
Yep, I totally know what you're saying. Totally,
You know, so that's where I'm struggling. It's like I hear this and it's like I know this. I've heard this song and such, but I it's not enough for me to tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so even
It
though
might-
I'm like, oh, it's in the breakdown, it doesn't
click.
help.
Yep. Big D.
Drawing a massive blank. Which is not unique to this little endeavor.
This song was released in 1997.
I have 2 ways I can go with it, and it's
Okay. Go ahead, give me your guesses.
because I don't have the song title, but it's of that time period where it's either like Vanilla Ice or it's MC Hammer.
Good influences, but that's only the clip's part of the song that pulls from that. Anytime I need to see your face, I just close my eyes and I'm taken to a place where your crystal mind and magenta feelings taken shelter in the base of my spine, sweet like a chicka cherry cola.
Oh, Savage Garden. Frick. Can't think of the title.
So, yeah, that one is the breakdown in the middle of the song. It is Savage Garden, and the song is called I Want You from, again, 1997. Alternative indie pop. All right, let's go to what? Song number 2.
I can't tell you anything from that.
That one, there's a little bit of distortion, but it's pretty much kind of how the song was.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Big D, this one's from 1979.
Okay, so the smart-ass comment about a video game theme I was about to make is already off the table.
Wah, wah. Would it help if I named a guy they bring in there, named in the song is Bruce?
Okay, Bruce Springsteen.
No. Nope. But I see where you're going. It's just a name that is referenced in the song.
I'm still going to say Bruce Springsteen just because.
Okay, fair enough. Howie Blues, I see you're intently thinking and racking your brain.
No, I have nothing. I said I had nothing,
Oh.
so
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for you to get through all of your things and just. move
Oh,
on.
man. All right. Well, this is again 1979. The song's 4 minutes, 2 seconds in length. It is the Electric Light Orchestra's Don't Bring Me Down. Bruce, Don't Bring Me Down. All right. Number 3 of section 3.
Not a clue. I got nothing.
Just confirming everything. Make sure. Since that was probably arguably the hardest one on the list, the song's called This Time by Troy Shondell. That one is a B-side recording and wasn't any time in the recent history. So let's go to song number 4. This one is pretty old. Any guesses?
Needs more cowbell.
You don't like the wood block? It's not enough for you?
Oh, that was a wood block.
This one's from the Coasters. Song's called Along Came Jones.
Mr. Jones.
No Pat Jones in this one. How about
No, I was
number
trying to-
5?
I was trying to screw with Howie for a moment.
That's why I threw in the Pat Jones.
Lady is a Tramp by Frank Sinatra. I know. I know.
It's a guess. It's good. You're guessing. I like it.
You say guess, I say half-assing.
So this is from 1960, or perhaps the remake from 1960, and the original in 1946. In fact, this artist happens to be spoken as a line from Lieutenant Commander Worf in Star Trek Insurrection. Do you remember the scene, Big D?
I only saw Insurrection once, and I
okay.
wasn't a fan, so I didn't really make it a point to see it again.
Commander Riker and Commander Troy's wedding. Data. Sorry, it was Nemesis. That's
I
right.
was going to say,
It was
no, I really
Nemesis.
wasn't going to go see it again.
Yeah. At the wedding, when Data begins singing, right? He begins singing "Blue Skies," and this is after the Romulan ale. This should be illegal, and Geordi, of course, goes, "It is," and Worf with his head, Data's singing, and he goes, "Irving Berlin." So this is I Got the Sun in the Morning by Irving Berlin from 1946. Let's continue along, shall we? Number 6. Take a listen to this one.
You didn't send me number 6.
Sticks.
It is in the conglomeration, and the reason I don't have it is because they didn't send it to me either. But had you listened to it, you would have been like, I'd heard this before. It's, again, Let's Dance by David Bowie. All right, number 7.
Bret Hart's WCW music.
This one's pretty obscure in a lot of ways. Of it was not on the charts that high. Very popular. However, the artist has been part of his solo group and had successful songs, and another group that was successful in the still, but 2000s was really the big hit. This individual is also the guitarist. It's Jack White, Freedom at 21, the name of the song. And the last one.
Theme to Boy Meets World.
Almost. Nothing there, Howie Blues.
No, I got nothing.
You look like you're about to pass out in that chair, man.
I realize that I'm not great at this, and this has just kind of been frustrating.
I will say that probably 2/3 of them, I wasn't completely sure either. So this is from the Alabama Shakes. The song is called "Hold On." That's why he looks so damn bored, like he was going to fall asleep, because he's watching that crap.
Just watching the towers fall, man. Just watching the towers fall.
What
No,
were you
I didn't
admitting?
know any of those last ones. This is not like anything in my wheelhouse. I am by no means good at this sort of stuff. So I appreciate the thought in trying to do it, but I don't know.
I used to be a lot better at it at the peak of my radio days, because what do I listen to all the time? The intro and outro to every song that I play, right? That's like the part that I would have to listen to specifically listen to. So used to be a lot better, but getting a little rusty these days. So,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of those that, haven't been played since the 40s, 50s, 60s, those get pretty tough unless they're, more of a well-known, or perhaps even along the lines of, like a Blues Brothers song that was in a movie or covered or something. So don't feel bad. You're not alone if you didn't get any of them.
Well, Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while. It's almost 1 a.m. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, and a big thanks to Big D for joining us. Go Sue. Howie Blues, thanks for coming back and not leaving this thing in solo drive, because after a while we just either run out of Howard internet and power jokes, or they would really catch on and it could be its own thing. We'll give it a shot the next time you take a vacation. Anyway, for Howard Blues and for Big D, I'm the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Kidder. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Remember, keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that dusty Tucson highway. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
All right. Another episode in the books. And a bonus episode. So
Bonus content.
I think that might be the best way to handle the music trivia thing, because I can cut out some of the pauses and such, and people don't have to watch me and Steve suffer quite so much.
And technically, then Big D is on 2 episodes of the same thing, like in the same week, because it's a bonus episode.
It might take a while for me to that one. Not gonna lie.
So he's on 3 episodes in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see how quickly I get through that one.
There's an asterisk up in the corner right about here. It says 3-ish weeks.
I must fully admit this was incredibly juvenile of me, but during that whole music thing, I tried to get this close enough to that door, flush the toilet mid-conversation again. I don't think it worked.